Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it's time for my client Nick's vlogs. And for those who have followed Nick's story, obviously the vlog at the moment isn't very exciting because we're just doing slow linear progression on a few exercises. Right? He does about 8 exercises a week. But for those who followed his story, Nick is someone who came to me who was 400 pounds and lost over 100 pounds on his own. Right? And he's going to probably lose another 50 pounds. And, he started running marathons. He ran some strength training in the past, didn't have much luck getting strong. And he came to me as really a long term investment. And I got him to buy all this Rogue stuff for his own gym, got him to get a reverse hyper. So this is someone who's very invested, right? He's very invested. And again, he's a little different from my other clients. And the reason I think a lot of the people so far really enjoyed Nick in the comments is they're like, hey, I can relate to this. I'm not super strong. I'm 40 or older starting. Okay, I need to build a base. I can't afford to get hurt. I got to take it slow. And watching someone else doing this is helpful to me, seeing how you train him, what you have him do. Because again, the programming is very simple. He is one of my only people. In fact, at the moment, he is my only person on any form of linear programming, right? Who's doing true linear progression. But we're doing a slow LP, and we've slowed it down. Like on some of it, we're not trying to add 5 pounds every workout. We're adding 5 pounds a week. And you know what? That accumulates. So people need to remember that even works. Everyone gets this idea in their head that they've got to be progressing and pushing 100% all the time, and that's not necessary. Even for someone like him, if someone says, well, even if you're only adding 5 pounds a week, that's going to take forever. But he has forever. He has forever. And if you start doing the math, if you're adding 5 pounds a week on a lift, in 5 months, that's 100 pounds. And we aren't going to necessarily do that on things like the bench press at this point, but squats, how about deadlifts? Deadlifts, we can do that. And we're taking our time. As long as he is gaining muscle and strength while continuing to lose body fat, we're happy. As long as he's got decent form, good loadable form, we're happy. And I've had a few people say, well, he could get tighter on his bench, he could do that. Yeah, he's a novice lifter. All things considered, how many novice lifters do you have, any of you out there, who you coach? How many novice lifters do you have who have form even as good as him? Very few. And we aren't taking stuff to failure. We're keeping our volume moderate. Risk of overuse is very low, so no, he doesn't have to always have the most perfect, beautiful form in the world to make it work. It's not necessary. Right? It isn't necessary. And eventually, I may change him over to, a little more traditional of my Orkmo type stuff, and that may be where we go next. I may not even put him into 5-3-1. We may go straight into squat, bench, deadlift. 3 day a week, and let him continue to do all his conditioning on the other days. Because again, we come over to that other point. How many of my lifters are getting jacked and strong on 3 days a week? But what do his lifts look like? Very heavy bias towards triceps. As you'll notice that, because we do flat bench, we do overhead press, and then we do dumbbell tricep extensions. As far as his pulling goes, his pulling's fairly balanced. Some people will be like, well, it looks like 6 sets of bench or per week, 6 sets of overhead press a week. Yeah, but we get 10 sets of rows a week and 2 sets of deadlifts. And when you come over to the lower body stuff, all right, those deadlifts count. They count as pulling. They build your upper back. And if anything, actually, his upper back work is quite high. I have a lot of bias in this training towards upper back, towards triceps, towards glutes, erectors. Right? All those go muscles, because he is an athlete. He competes in marathons. He runs marathons. And keeping all those go muscles strong will help support him when we do that. All that posterior chain work will protect his back and his knees more when he's running, because he's still doing it at a higher body weight. All the upper back work will, of course, make him good at his big 3. But, think about all the rowing the deadlifts, and then even the overhead press. We're pretty balanced with all this. So his lower body days, what do they look like? Sets of 10 on the squat. And this is one of the few people that you'll see me doing sets across. People always ask that, this rep range. Look, we don't train that way. None of my lifters train that way. We do heavy work followed by pump work, or speed work followed by pump work. We do sets of 3 for the entire workout, sets of 10 for the entire work. We don't do that. He's an exception because he's on linear programming. And our goal is to just get him stronger, get muscle on him, keep his metabolic rate higher, build bone density as he continues his weight loss journey. And you know what? If he keeps doing this, because again, he said this is for him long term. Right? Look what we're doing now, but where's he going to be in a few years? He's got a big frame. So what happens when he continues to lose more body fat? Gets a bit leaner. We continue to train, and then I take him into more advanced programming as we do, even with this slow progress so far. Where is he going to be in 2 or 3 years? He's going to be way stronger than the average gym rat. Right? He'll probably be deadlifting 500 pounds. Probably be squatting 400. And he'll do all that starting in his 40s. Again, good programming. And because he started heavier, it helps us a lot with a certain base, so he'll get super strong. But what do we do for lower? Right now, we do back squats. We do goblet squats. Again, helps with his hip mobility, helps him learn to squat deeper, because I want to work on that. I'd like to see his squatting a little deeper. Goblet squats will train us to do that. It also maintains great hip mobility. It even helps with the upper body. Again, supporting that helps build forearms, helps build biceps, all those things. Okay, so we do goblet squats. Of course, we deadlift first. I got the files mixed up. We do deadlifts. Deadlifts is the odd man out. Everything else is, higher reps. Deadlifts, we do only one set. Do one set of 5 reps. And, obviously his deadlift is coming up the most. We do a single 5-rep set of deadlifts, and then we finish off with reverse hypers. Again, keeping that low back healthy. Okay? The deadlifts and the reverse hypers are going to work wonders for low back health, strength, posterior chain development, hamstrings, all those things that he needs. But again, keeping that back healthy, that's going to allow us to continue to ramp that deadlift. Doing these high rep reverse hypers will keep his low back strong. It'll keep it able. It'll keep it in shape. It's going to carry over from everything from his deadlift to his running. It's a great piece of equipment. Great piece of equipment. Almost must have for over 40 lifters. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.